What's up, family? Back again. And if it's your first time, welcome to Reality Spins. I'm Kevin, and on this channel, I like to do reactions, reviews, and today I have another review for you on a great fragrance. Let me give you the backstory first. I found out that Tom Ford had this great collection. This was like last winter, and I couldn't afford none of it, to be honest with you. And I went in the store and I smelled a few of them. I smelled the Ombre leather. I smelled the oud wood, and there was a couple others I smelled. And the one that caught my attention first was the oud wood. But the actual thing that brought me to this collection was I was online, and this is before I started my fragrance journey as far as doing it, as a YouTube thing. But I stumbled on this channel and I was watching these videos, and I found out that most of these fragrances that I was liking at the mall had dupes. Or inspired by, or things like that. And the thing I like most about dupes or inspired fragrances is they are not always exact matches, okay? Sometimes the people who make these fragrances, they actually add their own touch, you know what I mean? They may blend a different spice or a different wood note or something to make it their own, you know what I mean? So we can call it dupes, or we can call it inspired by, which is mostly the term I like to use, you know. Dupes is pretty much, and another word they like to use, clone, you know what I mean? Yeah, we could use all those if you like, but I like to stick with inspired by because I understand that not all fragrances are exact matches for another niche fragrance, okay? And that's the word we're gonna do in a video too, niche. But to get back on topic, family, Tom Ford had a great collection of stuff, and I only stumbled on Tom Ford's collection because I had already saw videos about inspired by fragrances that had not only Tom Ford but YSL, a few other names, Parfums de Marly, a few other names. But what I did in that instance was, like I said, I liked the oud wood smell. It was like my first experience with oud, so I did what I couldn't afford the regular, so I went and got the Maison Alhambra version of Tom Ford's oud wood. And Maison Alhambra's version is called Woody Oud. Now, I'm pretty sure they've changed the bottle by now, but I have the original bottle. And I also have an extra one I plan to send out to someone real soon on this channel if they make it through the entire video. But that brings me to another fragrance that comes from that collection, Tom Ford's Ombre leather, okay? I do what I mostly do. Only this time, when I did go to Crabtree to try to see if I could find it to smell, I couldn't, you know. But I also knew that there was an inspired fragrance that was pretty much in that same vein, so I wanted to try it. So I went online and Amazon, Joma Shop, Fragrantica. I went, what's the other one? Fragrance Buy. I went to them too. The best actual deal I found at the time on it was actually Amazon, so I picked it up. And it's called Afnan's Rare Carbon, okay? This is just a box, because I know y'all like boxes. But, oh yeah, check out the little design thing on the front. Okay, this is what it looks like sitting in the box. Nothing really special. This is the bottle. It says Afnan. It says Afnan Rare Carbon, if we can get that in there. Okay. Has a nice metal top. This whatever this is metal also, I assume. Yes, it is. The top is got a little weight to it. It snaps in, but it's not like real good like that Bentley top I got on that Bentley for Men Absolute. That's like the best top yet as far as pressed down tops that stay on. But yeah, it's got this silver. It's got a pattern on there too, but it looks like kind of looks like a revolver cylinder to me. The top is nothing special. It has this Afnan logo, I would assume, on the front. And it's metal. You hear that? Alright, okay. Let's get to how the atomizer works. Now that's a pretty good atomizer. I like that. I don't know if it was able to get it because of the green screen, but yeah, and that smell in the air. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to do something different on this one, family. Instead of me reading the notes, I don't want to read the notes. I'm just going to tell you what I smell, okay? And let's remember, I'm just a wannabe, all right? And when I call myself a wannabe, I say wannabe in the vein of an expert. Okay. For me, I smell plum for sure, because that's where the sweetness is. And it smells like a ripe plum, a very ripe plum. Leather is definitely there. Plum and leather off the top. I smell something else, but I don't know what it is. That plum and leather for sure. It's something metallic. But like I said, we just going by how I what's going on in my nose right now with this one. And for me, it's the plum. Oh, you smell it. You tell me what you think. Okay. It's something else. It's leathery. It's woody, but the leather sticks out more than anything for me, and the plum, the sweetness. Because you don't look for sweet in leather. And that's another thing. We have come into a time where so many products are made out of synthetic materials, as far as like shoes, handbags, anything. Well, when I grew up, most of the stuff that were, we did have what was called pleather, you know what I mean, the fake leather, but you knew when you had real leather, because leather actually has a smell, okay? And I don't know if today's generation or the people that are around now are only used to smelling leather in some other synthetic form. Like, this smells like leather, but compared to cowhide sitting right by you, this would be a synthetic. You know what I mean? Or this would be a synthesized version, not a synthesized, or a dupe or an inspired fragrance of real leather, in my opinion. But yes, you can, and the leather smells real. That's crazy. The smell used to be in cars that used to have real leather seats. This smell used to be everywhere. This smell used to be inside your shoes when you got real leather shoes, sneakers included. But yeah, I don't know, family. I might have to go by the notes, but let me try to look that up right quick. Give me a second. Okay, family. So I'm looking at the notes, and apparently I'm wrong about the plum. So is it that the violet leaf, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and maybe the violet or the rose could that combination produce a plum type smell? Maybe. I still smell plum. And yes, the dry down on the stick, at least. Oh yeah, and for reference, I did spray some right here before I started the video. Yes, it's a lot lighter, but it's like it's transformed on me. I don't know. Let's try to do a fresh one. Hope 2 sprays wasn't too much. I still smell something sweet. And it still smells a little plummy on top to me. But the leather sticks out a lot. And I see a few woods on here. I see agarwood, sandalwood, cedar, amber. I couldn't pull out the exact wood it is, but hey, I did smell wood. So I would guess, family, being wrong about the plum, it's actually a combination of violet leaf, nutmeg, cinnamon, and rose, and also middle notes are violet, rose, and agarwood. But I don't think the agarwood is giving it that. It could be. I don't know. I know I like it. I know that. Yeah. Afnan Fair Carbon. I really, really do like it. And I didn't tell you what it was. What is this? Is this 100 mLs? Yes, it is. It's 100 mLs. It's also an EDP, eau de parfum. Okay. Yes. What's the other one I got? Yeah, that D2 Noir exclusive. That kind of smells like this, but it has a lot more oud in it, or something with a tangy wood. But it's close to this, you know what I mean? It's close to this. And what I've been trying to do, family, is when I actually look up different fragrances to buy, I try to find DNAs or note breakdowns that are not so similar to things I already have, because I want to give you a variety of things to choose from whenever you want to, you know, pick out something new, you know what I mean? And also, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't purposely poop on anybody either. And yes, I do smell a lot of things I like. That's because I have a new nose, in my opinion. But no, and I kind of feel like, you know, I will express if I don't like something, but I won't do it in a demeaning way. You know what I mean? That's not what we want to be about over here. We just want to find fragrances and tell you what we think about them, and that's the point. Okay. And if you stay to this point, like I always say, family, I really, 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 really appreciate you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Salute. Yo, we back. That means if you're watching me, you're supporting me, and I appreciate that. Want to ask if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, you eat the pineapple, you stay in Wonderland, and the dream never ends. Or you can walk on the wild side. And hell, shit, things still might work out. Listen.